Hey guys, this is Captain OCD back for episode 5 of Let's Play Diablo 2 Hardcore. Finally, Act 2. Just talk to Warrive, hit go east, and they'll send you right over. Fire here is the healer of Act 2 as well as the smith, so go there for repairs. And you can finally get access to the Act 2 mercenaries. They're paladins, so they grant auras. It's not even really arguably, they are the best mercenaries in the game. The different auras are defensive, which is devotion aura, increases your defense. Offensive is blessed aim, which increases your accuracy. And then combat is prayer, which gives you a healing aura. I personally like the prayer aura, and this guy's name was Raisin, so I thought that was awesome, so I picked him up. Later on in Nightmare, the auras change. I believe defensive becomes Holy Freeze, combat becomes Thorns, and offensive becomes Might. And when we get to Nightmare Act 2, we will be picking up the Might aura. Maybe even try out the Holy Freeze, because it's pretty nice. So unlike Act 1, there are no paths here for you to follow. Your best bet for finding the next area is to just find a wall and hug it. Actually, skipping ahead to the Horadric Cube, normally you would go to the sewers first, which is the first quest in Act 2, but I'm so desperate for a Horadric Cube right now that I'm just cutting right to it. Plus there's a number of things I want to do with the cube, beyond just cleaning up my inventory. This fight was a little crazy. My health was going down a lot more than I felt safe about. It's mostly because of these damn leapers. And this one spawning with stone skin is like the ultimate headache. It could only possibly be worse if you had extra fast on them. Leapers are one of the most annoying enemies in the game. So somewhere in the dry hills is the Halls of the Dead, which after wandering around I eventually found. In the Halls of the Dead is the Horadric Cube. These guys right here, the tall ones, resurrect undead, very much similar to the fallen shamans in Act 1. Always take them out first before dealing with the minions. These mummies here, when they die, they'll leave behind a cloud of poison. As long as you stand still, you won't get hit by it, and it eventually will fade away. But the poison isn't too threatening, so don't fret too much if you do get poisoned. The taller mummies, which are referred to as greater mummies, also have a missile attack in addition to just raising the undead. It hurts pretty bad. Be careful when you enter a room that has multiple greater mummies, and try not to get tagged by multiple missiles. At this point, I'm so determined to finding the cube, I'm just ignoring enemies. I just want to find the next way down, get my cube, clean up my inventory, and start doing the act properly. You can see the big difference walking has when running through these packs of enemies versus running. Normally you would just get tagged your whole way through. Alright, and the Halls of the Dead waypoint. Do a quick town run and come back and get blocked in because I've been skipping past all these enemies. That is one thing to look out for when you do decide to skip through rooms, is make sure it's not a dead end. So, Halls of the Dead level 3. This is where the cube is located, and in typical Diablo fashion, I check every area on the level except the area that I need to go. So I went ahead and edited that out. I hope you don't mind. Because I know the cube has to be located down this series of rooms, I start actually clearing out the enemies because I don't want to get trapped in. There is a super unique in the room with the cube, and I just wanted to play it safe. So here's the cube room, it's in that chest right there. I have it, and I decided to start fighting, but then I get cursed, and I'm like, look at this. I just want to clean my inventory and head back to town. So there is a ton of things you can do with the cube. I'll link the cube recipes in the sidebar. But basically, you can take 3 chipped gems and turn it into a flawed gem. Then you can take 3 flawed gems and turn it into a regular gem, and so on. You can do the same thing with runes as well. You can also combine 3 rejuvenation potions to get a full rejuvenation potion, which is 100% heal to your health and mana instantly. Much better. Having inventory space is nice. So the next thing we want to do is work on our first rune words. There's a great trick you can do here. By leaving town and coming back and checking Farah's inventory, you can see if she's selling socketed items. In this way, you don't have to actually wander around and find socketed items and settle for something low. You can just come in here and get things like large shields or split mails that are 2 sockets superior and things like that. This is the last act that you can do this in. Every act afterwards always sells magic items, and they don't sell normal or socketed items, which is unfortunate. If you wanted, you could run this multiple times until you run into a superior version of the socketed item you need, but it really isn't necessary. I intend to make 4 rune words. What I'm looking for is a 2-socket flail, a 2-socket full helm, a 2-socket splint mail, and a 3-socket large shield. Because I'm crazy, I go after superior versions of all of them. In this case, what mods I'm looking for on a superior item is enhanced damage for the weapon and enhanced defense for the armor. The other mods that can spawn on a superior item are maximum durability or attack rating. When I finally managed to find the 3-socket large shield, Farah also had a 2-socket superior flail with more enhanced damage on it than the one I had found at first, so that was a pretty lucky find. Now that we have the equipment we need for socketing, we can move on to actually doing the rune words. For those of you who don't know what rune words are or how they work, I suggest you check out the Rune Words page over at the Ariat Summit. I'll link it in the sidebar for you. But basically it's taking a series of runes and placing it in an item in a very specific order, and it will suddenly acquire all these awesome mods. The rune word I'm going for is Steel on my weapon. You can see a huge difference in damage there compared to the Stout Nail. Plus it's got 2 mana after each kill, which is awesome. The other rune word I'm getting is Stealth in my armor. It's more of a caster rune word. There really isn't too many great mods on there that are helpful for me, but it's the best I can do at this level. There aren't too many low-level rune word body armors. I'm actually missing the rune I need to make my helmet's rune word. So I do a quick counter run here and don't find the rune I need exactly, but I find something just as good. A 3rd Eld rune, which I can combine 3 Eld runes to make a tier rune, which will allow me to make the Nadir rune word. It only works in helmets, and it's Nef tier. It's a pretty sweet rune word. It's got 5 to strength, which will allow me to wear the splint mail, and it also has a boatload of defense, especially for a helmet. The final rune word I plan on making is called Ancient's Pledge, which is a Ral, Ort, and Tau, and a 3-socket shield. I need the Ral rune and the Ort rune, and I do manage to pick up a Ral rune on this countess run here. But at the time of this recording, I still don't have an Ort rune. Even if I do manage to find the Ort rune, I won't actually be able to make the rune word yet. The Ort rune's level requirement is 21, so if I socket it into the shield's level requirement will become 21. Right here I get level 18, which allows me to get Leap Attack, Iron Skin, and Concentrate, which I'll go over in the next episode. Unfortunately, I'm running out of time and disk space, so I'm going to have to call the episode here. Alright, and that'll do it for episode 5 of Let's Play Diablo 2 Hardcore. If you have any questions or advice, tips, and things like that, just leave it in the comment box below. Next time, hopefully we'll actually begin the quests in Act 2. Thanks for watching. See you later.